How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. I'm Isaiah Hwang, and in today's video I want to talk to you about Graphic Design Principles 101. And I'm going to be using this book, the Graphic Design Manual by Armin Hoffman. And this was the book that we used back when I was at San Jose State studying graphic design. So I'm going to go through this book and explain some of the design principles. So let's get into it. The first principle is alignment. Alignment creates a more unified design and shows order by connecting elements together. So in this design right here, this top dot and all of these dots, you know that these somehow are connected because there's a invisible line that is connecting them, which is the alignment. Same thing with here. There's a line that goes, and since these are all aligned on that same line, you as a viewer understand that there is some kind of connection. The second principle is repetition. Repetition creates a sense of unity and shows that elements belong together. So in the same design right here, you know that all of these dots, these all belong together. And then these dots on this line, you know that these all belong together. So if you had some sort of information here, the viewer would understand that all of these elements belong together. And then all of these little dots here, whatever elements you had there, they would understand that that belongs together. So when you have things that are grouped together and there's repetition, then it shows that they belong together. Principle number 3 is contrast. Contrast creates emphasis by separating two elements that are complete opposites, such as big, small, dark, light, warm, cool. So if you look at this design right here, automatically you understand that this dark and this white, it just gives you a really nice contrast. So it'll give you emphasis on this section of the design and these little sections. So if you had some kind of poster and you wanted to create some emphasis, you can create one huge, piece of the design and then have separate little parts here that would also create that emphasis. And the same thing with here. These lines goes from dark to light and it creates that nice contrast. The fourth principle is hierarchy. Hierarchy creates order to the design and allows the viewer to understand where to start looking and where to end. So if you look at some of these posters, you can see it right here. In this one, this is a perfect example. So the main emphasis is this character right here. So your eye directly goes to that guy first. And then the second thing you probably go to is here, the title, and then the third, the information. So this is a perfect use of hierarchy. Principle number 5, balance. Balance creates structure and stability by allowing the elements to create harmony in the design. So when you look at this page right here, even though there are multiple elements, there are thick elements or thin elements, tall, short, there's a nice sense of balance. And when you think of different elements like this, you can create a very beautiful design just by having a balanced layout like this one. Principle number 6, negative space. Negative space creates room for the design to breathe and it gives the viewer's eye a place to rest. So when you look at these designs right here, this one right here at the top corner, this one's a perfect example because your eye has all this room to just kind of travel around and to look at the different elements. But if you look at this one right here, you just feel so much tension because your eye doesn't have that room to travel. So you got to really keep that in mind when you're doing your designs, to just have enough negative space around different elements. So if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. And until I see you next time, remember to let your light shine. Bye.